Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen for another recipe. In light of tomorrow being Thanksgiving, I thought I would, hi Arlene, the first one on. I thought I would make some pumpkin pie balls for Thanksgiving. They can be eaten any time of the year probably, but being tomorrow's Thanksgiving, I thought I would go ahead and make them. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to put this down just a little bit. And I've got my, good, I see, oh good, you're finally home. Put this down a little bit. Now I'll tell you what I have in this bowl. What I have in this bowl is oat flour, which you don't buy oat flour. I just had some oats. And then I took and ground it up in my Vitamix and made oat flour. And I also have almond flour. And what I had to do is I had to mix the two together. I had to toss it until they're mixed well together. In this bowl, I have coconut sugar, cardamom, and what's the other? Pumpkin pie spice. And this will be the topping for the rolls. And the reason I have my cookie sheet out is they say you put them on a plate or on a cookie sheet. And I thought, well, I'll put them on the cookie sheet with parchment paper. These, you don't have to bake these or anything. Good to see you. Welcome to everybody coming in. You don't have to bake them or anything, so which can make it a lot better. So I haven't decided if I'm going to take this tomorrow or the pumpkin cake, although the pumpkin cake calls for the carob chips and I don't have them yet. They haven't come in the mail. So hopefully they'll come later. Okay, first of all, I've got to take the rest of my pumpkin pie ball ingredients and mix them into this flour. Then I have to use my hands towards the end. So I'll tell you what I'm doing as I do it in here. Okay, I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. I'll hold it this way, be easier. Put that back. Now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree, and I haven't measured that out yet, but I'm going to measure it out in front of you to make sure I get it right. Take my Pampered Chef measuring thing, make it down to a third of a cup. I've got a little bit left of the pumpkin I used the other day. I've kept it in the refrigerator, and I've been slowly using it. Yesterday I used some. This probably I'll just use this all up, not just as well. Might be a little bit more than the third of a cup, but hey. You know, close enough anyway. Get it used up. Because of those cans, these pumpkin puree cans will go a long ways, especially when you only use so much in each thing that you make. I've got a bunch of dishes to do afterwards again. As always, I've got a lot of dishes. So put that in here. Okay. Now I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. We don't use cinnamon as Adventists, so I'm going to use cardamom. And this is my trusty Pampered Chef measurer. I like them because you can adjust them. Put this back on so I just sit it on there for right now. Let's see, and 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Make sure I got just a half here. Kind of hard, and it's getting down to the end of the container, but there we go. I got it. Okay. Welcome to everybody coming in. Thank you for coming in and sharing out. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I use the sea salt. Everybody knows that. So in case some don't, I'll just tell you that I use sea salt. So I took this down to 1/4. It's 1/4. And then I think then the last ingredient is the vanilla. Let me look and see how much that takes. And 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. I thought for a minute I ran out. I'm almost out. Then I just got just enough. I'll be scraping the bottom of the bottle. I've got some more coming today, so I'll be having that. So, okay, now I'm going to got to mix it. To share, okay. Add remaining pumpkin pie ball ingredients and mix well until incorporated, using your hands towards the end to ensure even mixing. So I'll use a spoon to start with. I just love getting my hands dirty. I really do. Just love getting my hands dirty. And since he's a no-bake, he ought to be really good. I'll go. That's Chewy. He's looking out the window. He sees something outside. We're raining today, but he sees something outside, and he's determined that he's going to bark about it. And yesterday morning, that little squirt got away from me when I was walking him. He got away from me, and I tried to run after him. And a 70-year-old woman running after a dog, very hard. He just kept going, and I kept telling him to stop. But he wouldn't stop. Finally got to the point where he was going to check something out. So I caught up to him, and I grabbed him by the leash, and I thought, well, you're mine now. You know, I accidentally dropped his leash, so he realized that I wasn't holding on to him, so he automatically started taking off. You know, that is funny when they do stuff like that, you know. I know this is going to seem real crumbly, but once I start rolling it up, and then I put this in the... Okay, now I'm going to, as you can see, I've got this here, and I'm going to roll it into this. Make a ball, and then I got to roll the ball. It's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to make the ball or not. There's something missing on here. Let me see if I've got everything in here. Seems like there's something missing. No, there isn't, but... Okay, let me do it this way. It's too crumbly, and I'm going to have to do it this way to, yeah, there we go. It's like I'm almost kneading it because it's sticking together now. It's okay, Chewy. This is going to be fun to make for anybody who wants to make it. It's going to take time because you got to get this all mixed together. It has to be all incorporated because you don't want any of your flour not mixed in. That's why I'm taking it with my hands and I'm trying to even just distribute it. And it's going to be, you want it so it's got some moisture to it. Oh, hi, good to see you. Welcome. You want to get some moisture into it. I thought maybe I forgot something, but I guess I just haven't taken enough time to knead this and to mix it like I should have. Because you got to get it all mixed in here so it'll stick together a little bit better. So if it takes a little time to do this, then it takes a little bit of time. You want to get it distributed evenly. Because we want to make sure when you that it's going to form a ball. And it's not going to fall apart. Now, these are the first I've ever made these. Oh. This thing isn't scrolling again, so I'm going to have to stop and get it to scroll. Oh, I see somebody called Mrs. Claus joined. Thank you for muting that one. I was just wondering about that one. Oh, my goodness. I don't need somebody called Mrs. Claus in here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you for that. We don't need a Mrs. Claus, for sure. Yeah. That is not right. I don't want somebody like that in my Periscope. I really don't need them, you know. Got to mix this a little bit more. Really get it distributed evenly. I might add a little water to it, maybe, to get it to hold together. There's no water in the recipe, but it might take a little bit just to hold it together. Hey, that's enough now. Chewy. He's trying to get it to, yeah, see, it doesn't want to roll. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to, and I didn't do these before, so I don't know. I think I'm going to add a little bit of water to it too. Sometimes you have to do, I'm going to just take a little bit of water and put it here. Maybe that'll help it stick together. I know it doesn't call for it, but I think it needs some kind of, liquid because it's too, as you can see, it's too floury. Oh, good, good. Let's see, gotta get this. Oh, there we go. I mean, there's a lot of flour in here and not enough moisture. So I'm going to have to add a little bit of moisture to it. Anybody that makes these might have to do the same thing. Add a little bit of moisture to your thing to make it. I'll put a little bit in here. I don't want to add too much, but I want to add just enough that it's going to stick together. There, I put a little bit more water in here. I think this will work now a little better. Sometimes you have to take the. Oh, this thing's still not scrolling. I don't know what's going on here. You have to take the recipe and you have to tweak it a little bit, especially if there's something missing in there. And I think it could have had a little bit more maple syrup in it, maybe. I don't know. But it's starting to stick together now. As you can see, it's looking a little bit better. Now it should be able to make a roll and not crumble. You don't want it to crumble. And if it starts to crumble again, I'm going to add a little bit more water to it, I think. Just keep adding a little water to make it like a dough. This thing isn't scrolling. I don't know what's wrong with the thing. Periscope is getting the problem. Yes, I haven't done it yet, Earlene. I'm sorry. I haven't got to it yet. When I came home, I got my lunch on, and I haven't done anything about it yet. I told you I was going to, but I forgot all about it. But thank you for reminding me. So I'll take it. Yeah, maybe olive oil. Yeah, I thought about that too, but I'm putting just a little bit. See, it doesn't call for that in the instructions. I thought maybe if I add just a little bit of water, you can see it's starting to come a little bit together now. I hate to add olive oil because I don't know how it's going to taste. Since this is no bake, you got to be careful because olive oil can be kind of strong too. So I want to be sure I don't put the wrong thing in here. I think adding a little bit of water to this, and I'll put that in the instructions that you might have to add water because it crumbles. There's no way. I see now it's beginning to try to hold together. You think you should greet the moderators first? Well, I do have a total of 6 moderators, and I have 2 in here that I can see right now. I have Earlene in here and Vanita, and there's supposed to be Valerie as well, and a few others. I think Alexis is another one. Oh, and thank you for the super hearts. I just now noticed I got super hearts. That's so wonderful. I'm getting so close. I've got 178,000 some. So 178,000, so I'm getting there. I'm going to add a little bit more water, I think. Just have to do what I have to do to make this work. Because, I don't know, for some reason, when you add water to... She mutes more. Yes, I know. She does. She does mute more than I do. Because when we're in Stacy's scope, before I even see them, she's got them muted. They're gone, and she is really quick on the draw. She needs to let you have some. Come on, Vanita, let Earlene have a few. I think it all depends on who sees them first, because when they pop up on the screen, she may see them before you do, and that's why she gets them muted, because but by the time they get to you, they're already taken care of. So I think that I've got one that does the same thing. Well, yeah, I'm trying to roll it into a ball because I've got to put these on it. This is not going to be a no bake, but oh no, it's not really a contest. You're right, Vanita. It's not a contest. But you and Ben are really fast on Maryland's scope. In fact, Ben is faster than both of us. Before I even see him, he's got them muted and they're gone. Of course, I wasn't in Maryland's last night because I was asleep because she came on really late. But, yeah, see, it's beginning to look a little bit better now. It's going a little bit better. I'm going to see if I can roll these up now. Let's see, what does it say to do? 1 to 2 tablespoons. Okay, I'll get me a tablespoon. It says 1.5 to 2 tablespoons. That might be big balls, if you ask me. I'll see, now they're going to kind of roll into a ball a little bit. They're a little bit better. Got to get them rolled into a ball without them breaking up. But the whole idea is to I'll just do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll them all the way around in this bowl and coat them. You know, they might start falling apart even if I get them on the pan, but, you know, they might be okay after anyway. So, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger ball. I'm not even going to measure it out. I'll just make it. Oh, now that's holding together really well. That's going to be a real big ball. That one was really too small. I probably should have gotten a little bigger, but, okay. This one's probably too big. Let's see how you roll them in there. And there. I'm trying to measure these out. I'll just take like 2 teaspoons and put on here, and then I'll roll it out into a ball. There we go. That'll work. Hi, good to see you. I guess putting some water in here did help. Now that ball there is just a little bit big. You got to roll them into a ball. Let's see, like this. Now just take them and just roll them all around in here. Coat them all over. You could eat them right away, but they say if you put them in your refrigerator and set them in your refrigerator uncovered, they're good. It's good for about 2 weeks, 2.5 to 2 to 2.5 weeks. I gotta fix my tie on my apron. Excuse me, it keeps falling down. I gotta tie it tighter. So that's what I'll take care of that while I'm up here. It's bothering me. It keeps falling down. I didn't have it tied tight enough. Okay, there we go. Now back to work again. Okay. I don't know how many balls I'll get out of here. Probably what I'll probably do is just save these for me, and I'll make that pumpkin cake to take to my sons. But as you can see, when you make anything, you just have to tweak it yourself and do what you have to do to get it to work. I had to add water in order to get it to work. See, what I do is I take it and put it in here, roll it all around, and coat them. And you can eat these just the way they are. They say if you put them in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks, they'll last up to 2 weeks. Put them in the refrigerator, in the back of the refrigerator, uncovered. No, that's what the recipe calls for. They're pumpkin pie balls. That's what the recipe calls for. These are no bake. I mean, I'm not going to bake them if it says not to bake them. Are you kidding me? Ha! I'm not going to do that. These are not perfect balls, but as you can see, that one I may make a little smaller. This in here I may cut it back. It's actually too big. And I'll just put more of that stuff on top. It's just actually too big a ball. Because I'm not going to, that's really too big. I'm not even going to really measure the size of them. I'll just put some in here and just roll them out. Some are bigger than others, and some will be smaller than others. But there you go. They're not a real ball, perfect, but they'll be fine. I just want to get them so I can put them together and then try to roll them in my hand. And if I don't, I'm not really rolling them. I'm just kind of just forming them into a ball just with my fingers. You know, just kind of forming them. I think that's easier just to try to form them that way instead of trying to roll them. I think Not doing too bad. No, I've never made it. You might be able to find it on YouTube maybe, or Google it. There should be plenty of recipes out there for sweet potato pie. I've never made it before. I don't really care for sweet potatoes all that much to even make them. So unless I put the sweet potatoes in something, I really don't care for it that well. So I got this recipe off of Pinterest. All the recipes that I've been doing here lately have been off of Pinterest. I go in there a lot, and I find a lot of recipes because they're very healthy. Of course, I go under the vegan recipes. Not going to get a lot of balls out of this, but you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to take, like I said, I don't think I'll take it to my sons. I'll just eat them myself. Make him make a pumpkin cake. I'm going to have to wait until morning to make that because I'm not going to my son's until early afternoon anyway. And I can make the cake in the morning and get it done. And I'm not going to put a glaze or anything on. I'm just going to take it the way it is. I could probably make whipped cream for it and put that on there, I suppose, though. I'd have to get a can of coconut cream and put it in the refrigerator. Yeah, it's not much left. I'll just take it. Okay, I got 9 out of it, as you can see. I'll just turn this around this way. I got 9. Just a minute, I'll tell you. What is in the green bowl is coconut sugar, pumpkin pie spice, and cardamom, because I didn't use cinnamon, to make this coating for these. It's a little bit more coating than I left, but I can just pour it on top. This first one is going to be it's going to crumble. It didn't get really, let me make that a little bit better. It crumbled. I didn't get that one made quite as good as the rest of them. And it's going to be a smaller one, but it'll work. I'll just put more on it. There we go. I didn't hold it together. See, I've got 9 of them in different sizes. It doesn't really matter. I got a mess here. Let me clean this up a little bit. I'll clean it up later better. I got my dogs here watching everything I do. They want to see what I'm doing. So, no, there's no bake. It doesn't go in the oven at all. They can be eaten just the way they are. But if you want them to last, they say put them in the refrigerator in a container, not an airtight container, but put them in the refrigerator, open right in the back of the refrigerator, and leave them there. And as each day that goes on, this coating will harden on them, and they'll be a lot better than what they are now. They said you can eat them right away, but it's best to if you want to save them, that's what to do with them. See, I only got 9 out of here, but you know, that's perfect. I don't need any more than that. I'll pull these out so you can really see it. I don't need any more than that. They are kind of cute, aren't they? They're not what you call real balls, but aren't they cute? And they're going to be so healthy too. Something that I have never made before, and I'm really happy to try a new recipe for you because I love trying new recipes. New recipes are fun to do. There's Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Good to see you. Welcome, sis. I was waiting for you to get here. Vanita's been really muting a lot, and her and Arlene have been really on the ball, taking care of these bots and trolls. But thank you for coming in. These are I've only got 9 of them. There's no specific, I don't think how much, but I got 9 of these pumpkin pie balls. I don't need any more than that. Oh, good. Thank you. I don't need any more than that, and I think they'll be okay because they're just going to be for me. I'm not going to take them to my son since I know what I'm going to take tomorrow. Anyway, got the pumpkin used up I had, and I'll use a can of pumpkin for the pumpkin cake tomorrow. And I could make, like I said, make that in the morning. Oh, welcome from Chicago. No problem. No problem at all, Valerie. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that, getting ready for tomorrow. I don't have to really take anything to my daughter-in-law's, but I like to take a dessert to kind of help out a little bit because she does an awful lot herself. Some trolls like to cook. We just don't eat cinnamon. cinnamon is, I'm not sure exactly what the reason for it is, but it can be quite strong. If you remember that challenge, several years back where they had that challenge where people would take a teaspoon of cinnamon or something and they just take it back out of the jar and put it in their mouth, and it really hurts your insides. Cardamom is a lot better. Cardamom is a real good substitute for cinnamon. I have cinnamon, but I just don't use it. I prefer to use cardamom. Coriander is another good one. So, oh, your son did it? Oh, my. Did it affect him any? I mean, did it? Because I know that some people did affect. They didn't feel too good afterwards. You know, they really didn't. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's how strong cinnamon is. Doesn't that just appear that you really shouldn't be using it? When you think about that challenge, would you really want to put that in your body? I know, that's terrible. I wouldn't want to put that in my body, knowing what that challenge does to people. And people are stupid enough to do that challenge. That's what gets me. I don't understand it. That roasted coriander seeds probably would be good. But this doesn't have any coriander in it, but it's got cardamom in it. And it's got all good things in it that you can have. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my pumpkin pie balls. They are no bake. I put them on this baking pan because you put them on a plate or baking pan. I thought, well, I already had the parchment paper from yesterday. It was hardly anything used, messed up. So I thought I'll just reuse it and put them on here. I can just pull them right off and put them in a container or whatever. Put them in the refrigerator. They're simple to make. It takes a little bit. I'll tell you what it's got in it. What do I do for a substitute for cinnamon? Cardamom. Cardamom. This is what it is. Ground cardamom. That's exactly what it is. They don't go in the oven. They do not go in the oven. These are no bakes. When you look on my my title, it's a no bake. That means it doesn't go in the oven. So, because somebody had asked me yesterday if I've ever do anything no bake, and I said yes, I have done no bake. And I have a Facebook page, a Facebook group that I post on. You're welcome. I have a Facebook group that I post into. Hi, good to see you. That it's called Karen's Vegan Heaven, and I post into it anything like this. I'll post into it any new recipes that I make. Now, what I made yesterday on Periscope, I realized after I'd done it that I'd already made it before, so I didn't post it. Yes, they are, but they said if you want to really save them for later, they said put them in the refrigerator. This is what it says. I can read it verbatim so you can understand. It says, if you would like to store these balls for a longer time, place the balls you would like to save in the far back of your refrigerator, uncovered and untouched. During the process, the balls will start to look a little soggy, but once left in the refrigerator for a day or two, the coconut sugar will harden on the balls and they will keep for up to 2 weeks. Patience is key. So that's what they say to do, to put them in the refrigerator. Don't touch them or anything. Put them in the back of the refrigerator and leave them alone. And don't put them in a airtight container, because if you do, they'll get soggy. So that's probably what I'll do, since I'm not going to eat them right away. But they say they are good to eat. But I think if you let the coconut sugar harden on them, they probably would be a lot better. Is what they'll be. Because I don't want to touch them right now, because I want to post them up on Facebook, my Facebook page. Yes, exactly. And I guess must be the back part of the refrigerator gets the coldest, I suppose. I didn't really know that, but it makes sense that the back part of the refrigerator would be colder than the front. So that's where everything would needs to be if you want to keep it for a little longer. So that's what I probably will do. Just put them in a container that's not with no lid on it, a glass container with no lid on it. Put it in the back of the refrigerator. As long as I don't forget about them, I'll try to remember that I put them there. This thing just isn't scrolling. I don't know what's been going on with it. It hasn't been scrolling lately, but I do like making things for other people and sharing out, because it's so much fun, looking for recipes and being able to share with other people, because you learn from me as well as I learn from you, which I have in the past, and that's great that we really learn from each other. You might make something and Uh, Vanita's waving at me, but I can't wave back to her because I'm on here. Oh, she said she muted someone that was being disrespectful. Okay, tell somebody can let Vanita know that's fine. It's okay that she did mute somebody that was being disrespectful. Oh, told me to stop yapping. Oh, yes, I remember that one. Told me to stop yapping and get him in the oven. That person was disrespectful, and since she muted that person, I will block that person later on. I'm so thankful for my moderators. They're right on the ball. They take care of these people that they need to take care of. It saves me a lot of trouble going in there and when I'm watching the replay and catching them. Although I sometimes I'll block anyway, even after I start watching the replay. But at least a few of them I don't have to worry about. Let's go get the things. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I appreciate that. I will go into my Facebook, and when I post these on Facebook, I'll go in there and I'll go in there because I've got Erlena's on here, and she has a recipe pending in the group, and I told her I would get to it, and I haven't got to it yet. So I've got to get that one. Facebook here lately, I don't understand it, but the last few days they have really been messing up because I'll go to accept somebody's post, and it tells me it's already there, and it's not. It says a pending post. Well, kind of mediocre, but I'm learning a lot better now since I've been on the plant-based diet. I'm doing a lot better. Oh, yeah, it has been the last couple days, Erlene, because the one you deleted, I thought I had put it on. I had accepted it on Facebook. I went to accept some yesterday. It kept telling me they were pending, but they weren't. So there's something wrong with that. There's a glitch in it because it keeps telling me pending posts, and there's no pending posts there. But when I do see them pending, and I haven't accepted them yet, I will accept them. So I will get to your post later and get it taken care of. But you needn't worry about that. But I don't know. Facebook can get a little glitchy sometimes. There's a lot of problems with them. You can't share out sometimes. You can't even post anything yourself because it doesn't work right. So it's got a lot of problems. So it's not anything we've done or anything. It's just Facebook itself. So I'll take care of it a little bit later. But I wanted to come in here and do these balls, which there's not much of them. There's only 9 of them. But I think they're going to be okay. Don't they look good, though? I mean, they're different. They don't bake. I mean, I like doing things I don't... Okay, I understand that, Erlene. And if I don't see you, you'll come back on when I'm still here. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I'll try to come on tomorrow. Don't they, though? I'll try to come on tomorrow. If I can, I'll come on at my son's. What is the special dish I make? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pumpkin cake to take to my daughter-in-law's for tomorrow. I shared it at a fellowship meal, one of the fellowship meals we had at church. And my granddaughter never got any, so she'd like to have some of them. So I said, well, make it for Thanksgiving, then she can have it. Well, see, Tora just came in. Here's my pumpkin pie balls, Tora. Okay, thank you. Hi, Tora. Good to see you. Welcome. I knew you'd finally make it. You'll have to go back and see how I made this. I had to do a little tweaking of the recipe because it was a little dry, so I added a little water to it to kind of ease it along a little bit. Because you put water in flour, and it finally, does what it's supposed to. Is there a turkey substitute? Tofurkey? Or anything vegetarian? My daughter-in-law, she does a regular turkey because she has a sister and her children that eat turkey. But since I don't, and she doesn't, and my son and the grandkids don't, she fixed vegan stuff for us. And she also has vegan gravy because she has mashed potatoes and green beans and stuff like that. But she'll eat vegan stuff as well. And then she'll mark it. When it's going around the table, she'll say, well, this is vegan, and that's what I'll take. I pass the turkey up, though. I really do. It's tempting to take it, believe me, but I pass it up. I really don't need it. Simulated turkey with gravy and all. Isn't that amazing what you can do with stuff like that? Who would have ever thought that you could simulate a turkey with cabbage? I guess anything is possible. No, I'm not making it. I'm going to make a dessert. I'm going to make a pumpkin cake to take to my daughter-in-law's. I think I've got the recipe in here, and I can show you. I believe it's in here. I've made it before. I periscoped it a while back, and it's very simple to make. It tastes delicious. You're making a vegan shepherd's pie. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Oh, okay, cool. I think I've got it in my other thing. But I did buy me a notebook and some hole punch today, so I can take all my recipes and start putting them in my notebook, my loose leaf binder, and put them all together, so I can open it up and take the recipes out or use them that way. Oh no, that's too bad. You tried. You know, things like that happen. You know, it's a lot of trial and error too, but at least they got to give you credit that you tried. Rice cauliflower, yes, I've had rice cauliflower. Right, I've had rice cauliflower, and there's also rice cabbage. I think there's a few of those vegetables like that at Walmart in the frozen food section. I bought some of that. It's different, I'll tell you, but it's very different. But you know, if something is a flop, you know, at least you tried. You didn't give up. And I'm one of these kind either that I don't give up. If something ends up being a flop, I still keep trying anyway. Oh, yeah, great. Yes, you're right. I do eat rice, though. I like jasmine rice, and I also like basmati. There's nothing wrong with rice. We do eat rice. I eat the brown rice, so there isn't anything wrong with it. I saw your message, Vanita, and I do appreciate that. I did see that person, what they said, and I'm glad that you took care of it, because that really wasn't very nice, and I thank you for that. So I did see your message, but you know, there's a lot of substitutes out there. You know, we do, like I said, we do eat rice. I do eat brown rice, not white rice, because brown rice is better for you than white rice. I like the basmati. I've got some jasmine rice. Rice is not that good for us. I didn't think that. I always thought that rice was very good. I get organic rice. Rice is very good. That's a healthy grain. That's one grain we can have. I've never heard of it being that's not good for you. But there again, anything you eat in moderation. So that's another key too. You don't eat anything. You don't eat anything overdue. You just want to eat it in moderation. I've never heard that rice was being bad for us. Rice is a real good grain. It's very good. Quinoa is very good. People have been talking about couscous. I have seen it at Walmart, but I've never tried it. I don't know what it's like. I'm tempted to try it sometime too. True. But I wanted to get a loose leaf binder for that they use at school, and I just got a hole punch to punch the holes in here, 3 holes in it, and I can just stick them in there, and I have them all together. Yes, white rice, absolutely. Brown rice is fine. I've never had couscous. Yeah, white rice, you don't want to buy white rice. Be very cautious on that. You want to buy brown rice. That's what you need to buy, not white. I don't buy white rice because I know it's not good for you. It's only brown rice that you can have. I'm gonna have to try the couscous. I've seen it at the store. Do you fix couscous like you do rice and quinoa? Cook it and everything, because I've never made it before. I'm tempted to buy some and try it. Just a little bit to see if I like it. It's something I've never had before. You know, and rice is an acquired taste anyway. Okay. When I lived in Hawaii, rice was, of course, was the staple item. But the rice they had there was the kind of rice that I didn't care for it too well. It was real sticky rice. And you know something? You could take that rice, roll it into a ball, and throw it against the wall, and it'd stick to the wall. That's how bad it was. And when I'd see it stick to the wall, I'd say, ooh, I don't want to eat that stuff. So that kind of turned me off of rice, because it was a staple there in Hawaii. You know, because you have a lot of Orientals, you know, your Asians, and they eat a lot of it. Sushi rice. Well, I knew there had to be a name for it. Yeah, it's so sticky, and I don't like the taste of it anyway. But the regular brown rice, like your basmati or your jasmine rice, which I haven't opened the package yet, that rice will be okay. It'll be just fine. But sushi rice, forget it. I don't like anything real sticky. I don't like something that you could throw against the wall and it sticks there. You know, that was kind of funny to watch it stick on the wall like that. You know, I was sitting there eating in the cafeteria where I worked, because I worked at a department store there in Waikiki called Liberty House. And I was on my lunch break. And I saw somebody taking rice and throwing it against the wall to see if it would stick. Oh, my goodness. I couldn't stomach what I was looking at. I thought, oh, my Lord, look at that rice sticking against the wall. And I knew I didn't like rice for a reason, but after I saw it stick to the wall, that was a reason enough not to ever want to drink it, eat it again, you know. But I guess there's different kinds of rice. We have to be careful what we get. You know, like I said, white rice isn't good. No, you don't want white rice. Let me get a little drink here. Oh, short grain, yes. I usually get the long grain rice. The basmati, the jasmine rice is long grain rice. Right. But like I said, it's so sticky. And I think it's fixed differently too. But it has, to me, it has an awful taste to it. It has a lot different taste than your rice, like your basmati or what I fixed when I made my burgers and stuff. A different flavor to it. Oh, this is pure coconut water with pineapple. I got this at Walmart. It's very, very good. It has to be refrigerated once it's open, though, because it will go bad. I took it out of the refrigerator before I started this Periscope, so I'd have it to drink. But it's very good. I like coconut water. Oh, you want to try it? This is called Vita Coco. They have different brands you can try, but I happen to like this Vita Coco. And it's pure coconut water with pineapple. I think it tastes so much better than regular coconut water itself, which I do drink from time to time, but I like it with pineapple in it. I mean, I put this by my computer, and it's gone in no time. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I'm not your mommy, but thank you anyway. I'm nobody's mommy. Except my kids. You know, I think I'm everybody's grandmother, though. But you know, and people. I had one. No, my computer doesn't drink it. I sit up by my computer and I drink it when I'm on the computer, doing things on the computer. No, the computer doesn't drink it. No way. I mean, that was kind of funny. That was a funny question. I'm going to remember that one for a long time. The computer drinking the water. No, but I like to drink pure water, coconut water, stuff that's good for you. Yeah. Oh, well, Richard does. Richard calls me Mama K. And that's fine because he's the one that started it. And people on here, they want to call me Mama K. That's absolutely fine because that's the name that I go by is Mama K. He started it, quite a while back here on Periscope. And he's Jules Jr. 777 is his nick. And he'll come on here and you'll see him when he comes on here. He'll say, "Hi, Mama K." That name has stuck with me, and every time he says Mama K, I'm real happy about that. So if you want to call me, let's say this is Mama K's Kitchen, so you can call me Mama K if you want to. Feel free to call me Mama K because it's, you know, that name has stuck. It has stuck with me, and I think it's going to probably continue to stick with me. You know, who knows? I may be called Mama K in heaven. You never know. You never know. Oh, thank you so much. You know, I appreciate that. There's a lot of people that don't think much of me, but you know, but I do appreciate the ones that do think a lot of me, and they do come in here and they share my Periscopes out, or they're here for me every day. It's because of you that I come on here and I do what I do. Because if you weren't here, I wouldn't want to be here either. It's because you come in here and you support me, you give me the hearts, you give me the super hearts, that you support everything that I do and I say. So, oh, thank you so much. I really thank you for saying that. And you are too. I am too. You know, when I first came on Periscope, I would scope maybe, and I didn't right away. When I first signed up with an account with it, I didn't come on Periscope right away. I don't know how long it was after they got started. It may be in a year, maybe, I don't know. But when I first came on, started doing Periscope, I was maybe only on 4 or 5 minutes because I was so shy to be on here, and I didn't want people to see the way I looked, because I've been ridiculed my whole life because of my looks, because they say I'm ugly. Well, you know what? That's given me a bad complex, and it makes me feel that I'm not pretty. You know, and I'll tell myself, well, I'm not really pretty. People don't think I am. So then I felt that way. So I wouldn't come on for but just maybe 4 or 5 minutes. But then I started building my confidence off. And I built my confidence up, and I started coming in here a little bit more. Now it's not unusual for me to come in here and be on an hour or two sometimes, and maybe a little less. It depends on how things go. But I'm not afraid to come on here now. I'm not afraid to show myself, because I feel this way now. I've gotten to the point where I feel that if people don't want to look at me, they don't like the way I look, they can either stay out of my Periscope or close their eyes when I'm on. They don't have to look at me. That's the way I feel, because I do not want to. Oh, look at that. It's a bot. So, oh, thank you for muting that. Thank you for muting that, Vanita. I was just ready to block it. I'll block it afterwards. Oh, thank you. You know, I couldn't be bitter my whole life. I couldn't be bitter. I had to buck it up and say, "Come on now, I've got to learn to accept what people say." You know, it hurts. Let me tell you, I'm trying to get these. It does hurt, but I was also trying to do everything I could to avoid it for people talking about me like they have. Oh, this keeps not scrolling. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I'm here too. I'm here for you people because you want me here, because you learn a lot from me, and that's the whole idea. I want to teach you how to make different foods. You know, hi, Crunchy Lemon Drop. Good to see you. Welcome. Here's my pumpkin pie balls. I only got 9 out of it, and I'll show them up. And what you see on top is a coconut that was with coconut sugar, cardamom, and what's the other? Pumpkin pie spice. Oh, hi, good to see you. You know, it was very, very difficult for me to want to show my face at first, because I knew I was overweight, and I knew the way I looked that people would probably ridicule me. And I still have people that'll come in my Periscopes, and I swear I've seen this happen before. They'll come in my Periscopes and they'll say, "Granny, why are you on this Periscope? You're too old to be on here. You don't belong here." Well, those people don't belong here either. If they're going to criticize other people, then why are they on here? You know, it's terrible. Right, exactly. Because there are some recipes that don't exactly work. You know, everything is trial and, yeah, I know that was silly. Very, very silly. But people are mean. Not the world is full of people like that. They are miserable, so they want you to be miserable too. Oh, that's true. They're very immature. You know, they are very, very immature. Yes, I'm a granny. When is Thanksgiving Day? It is tomorrow. You must not be from the United States. We have Thanksgiving tomorrow. Yo-yo, what pop? Well, it must be a young one in here. Yo-yo, what pop? What pop and grab? Well, that's a little over the top. I'm doing fine. I just made some pumpkin pie balls. You don't have to say yo-yo, what's poppin', Mama? You can say, well, hi there, or something. You know, that's a little crazy. Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of that one. Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. You know, I don't know. Not really, because Thanksgiving is a day that's set apart as the fourth Thursday of the month, or the fourth Thursday of November. That's when the Pilgrims at the Mayflower, and they're the ones that started Thanksgiving Day, and it's been a tradition for years, ever since. And that Grinch, yeah, yeah, you're right. The Grinch is here. You're right. I think the Grinch stole Christmas. I think that's what happened. But no, Thanksgiving Day is not anything like Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we give gifts to one another. Thanksgiving Day is people will sit down at a feast with their loved ones, and they will have turkey. Those that eat turkey, I have no problem with that. If they want to eat a turkey, I'm all for that. I don't eat it anymore. I'm not going to criticize people that eat it, and I don't want to be criticized because I don't eat it. It's up to everybody. It's up to their individual taste, what they want to do. Well, I'm going to my son and daughter-in-law's tomorrow, so I have what she has. Well, I won't go until the afternoon. We probably will not eat until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock because my daughter-in-law's sister works tomorrow, and we wait for her to get off of work and get there before we sit down at the table. So I'll go early in the afternoon to do some visiting with my son, and then we reminisce and what have you. If it's not raining tomorrow, it's supposed to. So if it's not raining, I'll maybe do a periscope outside and let you see what his place looks like. But possibly it's going to be raining. I think we've got a 100% chance. So it's raining right now. So, but that's how different the 2 days are. And Christmas Day is in December. We know that Christ wasn't born on that day. But I like to say this. People like to make a big deal of Christmas that you shouldn't celebrate it and stuff like that. You know what I tell them? It's just one day. The Sabbath is what you should be more concerned about, because the Sabbath is the test of our faith. The Sabbath is what's going to help with our salvation. It's going to determine what our salvation is going to be. Christmas is not. Christmas is just another day, just one day a year. But Sabbath is once a week, 52 weeks a year. So the Sabbath is going to be the final test. Christmas is not. So there are people that don't want to celebrate it. That's fine. They don't have to. We know Jesus wasn't born on that day. But if you want to spend it with your family and you want to give gifts to one another, I don't see anything wrong with it. That's what we do. I go to my son's because he's the only family I have. I don't have any other family. I've got family. My daughter's in Missouri, and I've had family on my mother's side that most of them are probably dead by now, and they live in another area. Even if they weren't, they'd all be in Indiana. So he's the only family I have. So I've got to spend some time with him, because a week from tomorrow, he is taking off for Israel. Yes, it is. It is a great day to spend time with Israel. It's a good time to spend with family, absolutely. Tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, hi Alexis, or a week from Friday. Here's my pumpkin pie balls. A week from Friday, my son will be leaving for Israel. He's going to be gone a week. He's going to be walking the streets where Jesus walked. The Via Dolorosa. Hi, Alexis, good to see you. The Via Dolorosa. He's going to see where Jesus was born. He's going to see where he died. He's going to get to walk the streets where Jesus walked. That's a dream I think that anybody would love to do, is go to Israel. I just hope there's no uprising while he's there. He had his trip paid for. He didn't even have to pay for his trip. Somebody in our church paid it for him and are sending him to, and he's the only one from our church going and paying his way to Israel. And I think that's amazing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, it is. There should be less hate on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So would I. When he first told me that he was going to Israel, I says, oh, how wonderful. So he's leaving November 30th, and he won't get back home actually until late December 8th or December 9th, because he's going to be stuck in Boston on December 8th, which is Sabbath. He's going to be stuck in Boston. He's got to take, for overnight, I think he's had to take a flight home. So, oh, good. I hope you do. So so I won't see him after this Sabbath. I will not see him until the 15th of December. That seems like a long time away. I'll be worried about him the whole time. But I'm going to tell him to keep in touch, call me or text me or whatever, because I want to know he's going to be okay. Because being in a foreign country like that is going to be all new. He's going on a tour group is what he's going. He's going with a tour group. And the thing of it is, he doesn't know anybody in the tour group at all. So it's going to be a whole thing. This is how it's going to be. He's flying out of Eugene Airport. He's going to Seattle. From Seattle to Portland. From Portland to Boston. From Boston to Turkey. Istanbul. And then from Istanbul, he's going to Israel. So look how many airplanes he's got to take. He's going to have a long flight. He leaves early Thursday morning, but he won't get there until Saturday afternoon, because of the time difference. Man, I don't know if I could handle that many flights, switching planes and everything, but he didn't have to do any of it. He did have to get a passport. It did cost him for his passport. And I don't know. I don't know why he's going from Boston to Istanbul. Evidently, they do not have a direct flight to Israel from Boston. Evidently not. So he has to go to Istanbul. And I don't know what is some kind of foreign airlines, I suppose. Yeah, quite the adventure is right. And I'm happy he gets to go. Like I said, he's the only one in church that's going to go. But when he gets back, he does intend to do a sermon on his trip to Israel, and he's going to show pictures. So that is going to be an amazing thing to see. I'm originally from Indiana. Right now I live in Oregon. But that's going to be an amazing thing to see, that he's going to base a sermon around the book of around Israel, and he's going to have some pictures that he took. I told him his phone. He had a 256 gig 7 plus phone. He only had 50 gig on it, and I told him, I says, Stephen, you're going to have to take all those photos you've got and put them on Shutterfly. You're not going to have any way to put any photos on there because there's nothing left. He says he's going to do that. He's going to take his regular digital camera too. He plans on taking a lot of pictures. I mean, that's something that really would be worth seeing, I think. You know, it's something that I would dream about. You know, I may never get there, but at least we got somebody in the family going anyway, and something that he could write home about. He could tell us all about it, you know, and it's going to be an adventure, something that he'll never, ever forget. Hi, April, good to see you. Long time no see. I haven't seen you in a long time. Here are my pumpkin pie balls. I'll hold them up to the, see, and what is on the top is coconut sugar, pumpkin pie spice, and, I keep forgetting what it is. Oh, and cardamom instead of cinnamon, and mixed it all together in a bowl, and then I just rolled these balls into it. I'm not eating them because I want to post it up on Facebook, but this is a simple recipe to make. You don't bake it, and I think that's pretty good that you don't bake it, because somebody asked me yesterday if I ever made anything no bake, and I said, yes, I have. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Yep, it's coming very fast. I mean, it's hard to believe it's tomorrow already. And I'm just so thankful that I've got a daughter-in-law that's willing to take her time every Thanksgiving and spend, because my granddaughter is 16 now, so she helps, which does help her quite a bit, to spend her time to have a Thanksgiving meal. She loves doing it. My granddaughter loves to help, and I love going there and spending time with them. Because I see them on Sabbath at church, but that isn't the same as spending more than just a couple hours, you know. You're spending a few hours at the house, you know. Yeah, well, yeah. New Year's Eve it'll be coming pretty soon too. And then we got another year, you know, another whole new year coming. But this year has gone by so fast. I can't believe it's almost done already. I keep asking everybody, where the heck did the time go? Flew out the window is where it went. Flew right out the window. It's going just so fast. And it's amazing that it's gone as fast as it has. I mean, I remember my birthday in January. Now look, we're in the month of November. Soon to be, next week will be the end of November, and then December comes. Yeah, it's just a vicious cycle. You know, same thing year after year, the same holidays every year. You know, however, there's going to come a day when we're not going to have these holidays anymore. You know, Jesus is going to come back, and we're all going to be in heaven. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I'm going to spend as much time here as I can on this earth, enjoying cooking vegan dishes, finding recipes to make, and coming in here and doing them. Because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in here. You guys support me all the way. You give me hearts. You give me super hearts, which I don't ask for, but I'm sure very thankful for them. You support me in everything I do. You take care of the ugly trolls. You take care of the bots. And I love you guys too. And I'm so thankful that you're here for me. Because when I first started out on Periscope, I had very few followers. But I've gradually built them up, and I think, and I have Alexis to thank for it, because I think a lot of the followers I'm getting come from Alexis, because she talks about me, that I'm a vegan, and to follow me. So people are starting to follow me more now. Yeah, you're right. They sure do. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my pumpkin pie balls. They're no bake. Don't they look good? They really do. I'm not going to eat them to them right now because I'm going to post them up on Facebook. But they're supposed to be so good. They got flour in them, you know, almond flour, and you got oat flour, and you got, you know, I'll tell you what it has in it. Okay. The balls themselves, they have almond flour, oat flour, maple syrup, pumpkin puree. I've got cardamom instead of cinnamon, pumpkin pie spice, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of vanilla. And the coconut sugar coating is coconut sugar. It's supposed to be cinnamon, but I use cardamom and pumpkin pie spice. That's it, and then just roll them in it, and it looks real good. And the trick to this is, and I'm going to do that, is put them in the back of the refrigerator for a day or so. Let them more or less like cure or whatever. And the coconut sugar will harden on here. They said to put it in the back of the refrigerator and don't touch them. Don't even cover them up, which I plan on doing. Put them in a container or a dish, and don't cover them up and leave them there. And say a day or two, they'll be hardened on here. So by tomorrow or maybe Friday, they'll look real good. So that's what I'm going to do, because I've got other stuff to eat. I don't need to eat these right away, you know. But I want to come in here and do these things that Thanksgiving is tomorrow, you know. And I'm always trying to find things to make for this time of year, since this is pumpkin season. However, I think you can use pumpkin all year round if you want to. You know, there's no saying you can't. So, but I think I'm going to go for right now because I have got dishes galore to do and I need to get them done. So, if I do not come on tomorrow, I want you all to have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving. And I should come back on Friday, I hope. But you all have a blessed Thanksgiving with your family and your loved ones. And until we meet again, you take care. God bless, and bye-bye. Love you all. Bye-bye. God bless you too. Bye-bye.